All right, hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays, coming to you live at about 2 p.m. New York time, which makes it 11 a.m. California time. I am in Turkey, and therefore it is around, I actually have no idea what time it is here, probably around 8, 9 p.m. Around 9 p.m. It is past curfew hour here in Turkey, so I am completely stuck at home, but I'm on a beautiful villa with a friend of mine, and therefore life isn't all that bad. Let's go straight to the charts. I'm going to do a very quick look at the price of Bitcoin, and then we're going to talk about Coin, the IPO from Coinbase. And we're going to take a look and see what is going on with that IPO. All right, here we go. I see we have only 200 people in the live stream, which is not that many, to be honest with you. But let's go take a look. Sorry, not looking at your live chat. There was probably a bunch of good questions from yesterday's stream with Jimmy Song and stuff. But anyway, let's go take a look. First thing we're going to look at is the funding rate, and the funding rate is trending down, which is a good sign for more upside, even though it is still fairly elevated. As you can see, the RSI is not overbought on the daily chart, and the MACD is actually bullish, and the CMF is bullish, and the volume doesn't really matter all that much. Looking at the price action, yes, it's a red day, but it is a green 5. On the MRI, I remain bullish here, even though we are pulling back. I can tell you why we're pulling back. I probably should have mentioned this if I did a stream earlier in the day. I woke up this morning, and this is the 4-hour BitMax chart. Oh, no, it's not, sorry, 4-hour index chart, not BitMax chart. And why? I can swear the C was here. What happened? Strange. Very strange. Huh. Wait a minute. I mean, I haven't been drinking nor smoking anything because I don't smoke anything. And something looks weird to me. Give me 1 second here. This is so strange. How can that be? Okay, there's a reason why I'm confused. I don't know if I can explain why I'm confused. I just restarted the MRI. All right, no, never mind. Anyway, we have an MRI top on a 4-hour, and as you can see, we hit the MRI top on a 4-hour earlier today, and we are in the middle of a 1 to 4 candle pullback. So I am not surprised that we are pulling back off of the MRI top. When I woke up this morning, there was an MRI warning candle right here, but I haven't done a video until now. So the MRI top comes and goes, and now we are pulling back, but I am still expecting more upside in the very near future, mostly because the weekly chart remains bullish. You can see the MACD still bullish, the RSI still bullish, and right here we have broken out of this ascending triangle. All right, so I am bullish on the weekly, I am still bullish on the daily. The 4-hour, I'm in the middle of a pullback, and that's all we really need to know. On the 1-hour, it doesn't really look that interesting. Okay, and real quick, we're going to look at the coin ICO. Here it is. Here is the coin ICO, and the ICO opened at $380, and from there we went straight up, and the price of Bitcoin went all the way up to $430, and we are pulling back. Now, those of you that have watched my videos in the past, you know the tone-based rule on IPOs. I do not buy into IPOs. I wait for them to pull back 50%. So that means, well, I would never buy into Coinbase because I don't like Coinbase. I think their CEO is basically a bad person for the crypto space. I think he's terrible. And hopefully one day they'll replace him with someone that actually cares about Bitcoin. And so my view on the Coinbase IPO is that it is likely to fall 50%. Now, the problem is if Coinbase IPO falls 50%, what happens to Bitcoin? So this is a little bit of a dilemma because the Coinbase IPO is going to be a proxy for the price of Bitcoin. So we're going to keep an eye on this daily chart. As you can see, this is already a shooting star candle, but it is still a bullish candle. I'm not exactly sure why this is a red candle because there was no price on the prior day. So I'm not sure why the outline is red. But in any case, it is very likely that the Coinbase IPO will close as a red candle. And what I am looking for is a 50% correction from, we're going to go from the high. From the high that it reached today, I don't believe that high will be broken today. From today's high, I would be looking for a 50% correction. And then this could be a potential buying opportunity. So for me, the buying opportunity would not come until the price of coin goes to the vicinity of $200. Now, if you think this is strange, one thing you probably have not done is watched my channel in a while. Because let's go to even a company, let's go to a recent company, let's go to Lyft. Okay, it's a tone-based rule on IPOs. So I've said this when Lyft went IPO. When Lyft went IPO, I made very public statements. Let's go to the weekly chart. I made very public statements that I would never buy Lyft unless it falls 50%. So let's take a look at Lyft's IPO. Lyft IPO was down 50% within the first, how many months? March till October, March, April, 6 months, right? And then if you go a little further, Lyft fell 80% off of IPO. Now that did not happen to Uber. And I was very clear on Uber that Uber was not going to fall 50%. And it was very easy to tell why Uber was not going to fall 50%. If you look at the IPO of Uber, whoa, it did fall 50%. Okay, I didn't think it would. I didn't think Uber would fall 50%. And the reason why I didn't think Uber would fall 50% is because Uber underpriced their IPO because they saw how terribly Lyft did. But hey, Uber also fell over 50%. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think it did. I thought Uber only fell like 30 to 40, but it did fall 50%. And you can look at almost every IPO. I remember this from Facebook. I back in the day of Facebook IPO, I was an active trader back then. And during the Facebook IPO, I did not buy the IPO because I thought it was grossly overpriced. And by overpriced, it doesn't mean overpriced doesn't necessarily mean the price that it opens in. Facebook could have opened at $3, right? So it's basically depends on the hype that happens at the IPO. So here's the Facebook IPO, and you can see how the Facebook IPO from the open over the first 6 months fell 58%. If you go from the high on the opening week, Facebook fell 60%. You can go to almost every major IPO and look at a beautiful MRI buy too. Not Amazon and not Google. Those IPOs were very, very, very strategic. But if you go to like almost every recent IPO of a company that was successful, they still fall 50% because they are grossly overhyped. I don't see why Coinbase would be any different. I don't. If anybody wants to, name a recent IPO, I mean, actually, Airbnb did an IPO recently. Let's take a look. An Airbnb IPO in a very good bull market. Let's take a look at Airbnb IPO. So Airbnb IPO, it opened in a very in a beautiful 2021. I mean, no one's using Airbnb either, but the market has been bullish. So if you look at the high in the opening week, yeah, Airbnb only fell 26%. So that means I would not have bought into Airbnb. All right, we got a question from Eric. When you have swing traded traditional assets in the past, like a regular stock, how do you handle extended hours? Do you consider them, or are they not relevant to you? Or does it depend? They're relevant to me because I'm swing trading. So I just stay away from earnings. Do you think Airbnb will fall 50%? I do. I do think Airbnb will fall 50%. I still do. Though that concept no longer applies. Usually, if the stock doesn't start going down in the first few months, the 50% rule no longer applies to me. But I just don't understand how Airbnb can possibly make money, because who the hell is traveling? I don't understand. I don't understand how Airbnb is like doubled in price, because no one's using it. So I don't, unless you're going to Dubai, no one's using it. Palantir. Sure. Again, right now is a very strategic market. I'm sure this thing went straight up. Is this the exercise machine? That's a little bit different. I mean, look, there's nothing to do in a pandemic than to buy an exercise machine that charges you an unreasonable amount of money. Also, Palantir wasn't. I think that's the exercise machine. Coinbase says this is not an IPO, but a direct listing is still an IPO. It's still an IPO, guys. The initial public offering. Oh yeah. Unless you're going to Florida or Texas or Dubai, Airbnb. I mean, no one's using it. Well, that's the big question, right? I'm expecting Coinbase, the company, to drop 50%, but at the same time, I'm not expecting Bitcoin to drop 50%. So it's going to be interesting. Oh, PLTR is a software service. So what am I thinking of? What is that exercise machine? What's open? We're dealing with a crazy bull. I generally don't touch IPOs unless they've fallen 50%. So we'll see what happens with. We'll keep an eye on. Peloton is the exercise machine, right? Didn't they IPO as well? They didn't IPO. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go back to coin. We're gonna look at it one more time. Oh, there it is, red candle, 10-minute chart. The MRI is just now beginning. We've already broken the day's low, and I think this is grossly overpriced, and not because of the price itself, 377. I think it's grossly overpriced because of the hype. So I am expecting this to drop 50%, but not Bitcoin to drop 50%. Oh, Piton. I'm sure they've done well in the pandemic. Maybe not. No, they've done well. They've done well. Oh, that's a 10-minute chart. Sorry. I need to go to weekly chart. How much did they drop of IPO? %35. Didn't quite make it to my 50, but they still dropped 35%. I just don't buy IPOs. I wait for a drop. But even though this dropped 35%, there was an MRI buy right there, weekly chart. How about the daily? And this was a big hyped IPO. Was there an MRI buy? Ah, damn, there wasn't. How did it miss MRI buy? Huh, that's strange. Oh, right there, that candle messed it up. Yeah, I missed it by one candle. Damn, too bad. MRI daily didn't do it. All right, guys. Oh, I got another super chat. Tom, price action continues to move up, but trading volume moves down. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything to me. I'm not a big volume guy. Volume doesn't mean that much to me, guys. I'm not a big volume guy. All right, that is it. Last peek at Bitcoin. We are going down right now. I am looking at the 4-hour chart. I am seeing the MRI top on a 4-hour right there. It's going to show up in a minute. I am looking for a 1 to 4 candle correction and then probably more upside. All right. That's it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for watching and see you all on the next one. Oh, I didn't even show anything. Hey, I do have an affiliate page that I don't really show anymore. Free Learn Trading section and Learn Trading. If you're looking for something more advanced, on-demand videos. And if you're looking for something even more advanced, that also costs money, check out the MRI indicator. All right, now I'm done. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see